Hey everybody, I'm just sitting here making this video. But this is a little short update of my progress on my journey to drop 100 pounds. And like I said, I've already dropped 25. I haven't weighed myself since. But what I've done is when I did that fasting, on about my 9th, 10th day, when I got up, man, it was like you ran a marathon. You couldn't even breathe and stuff. So I started thinking, now that's got to have something to do with the fasting and just drinking water. So I ended up going to Arby's and I bought one of their half-pound roast beefs, and I ate that, and it kind of felt sickly when you eat it, like your stomach's getting upset and stuff, and I can only eat like half of it. And then let me grab something to drink here, guys. I think I got something in here. Man, I very well might have drank up my last Gatorade. But anyway, I gotta get back on track where I was at. Like I said, I don't edit these videos, I just let them run. But I think I'm pretty sure I'm probably below 300 now. Probably like I was last time. I might be just hovering at 295. Like I said, I haven't weighed myself since. But what I'm doing now to change the fasting is I'm eating like once maybe every 3 or 4 days some protein, to get something in my system. And then now, I'm putting in like Gatorade, drinking like a Gatorade or 2 a day, so I could keep my body hydrated really good. And things now seem to be picking up. I don't have that when I walk and get up. I don't have that like instant freaking you're out of air and you can't do anything. So that must have been what it was just me, not eating for 10 days. And like I say, I'm going to make these tapes periodically and post them, kind of keep people updated on where I'm at, the progress I'm doing. Like I said before, I can already feel my shirts fitting looser. This shirt here used to fit me super tight, where you have the belly tight, and now it doesn't anymore. It's just wrinkled all the way down. And that's kind of my goal, is just to drop at least 100 pounds. I'd even be cool at 225. But I really want to get back to my like high school weight and stuff of about 200. The absolute lowest I would want to go is 185 and stuff, because I just don't like to get like super scrawny and all that stuff, So 200 is probably going to be where I'll stop, And I think I pretty much will 86 soda out of my life forever. I might have a sip out of somebody's cup, if I'm thirsty and my daughter has one, hey, can I take a sip or something? But it's only going to be that. It's not going to be the drinking. Oh, what was it? 6 liters of it a day is what I did before. I bought 3 RCs and I drank them throughout the course of the day, and I never drank water. I didn't, I like water, but I only like water like if you're out working hard, you're mowing the yard, or you're doing something, and you need to just get that hydration and just down that water. But just to sit down and watch TV or something and then drink a water, I'm not into that. Kind of have to have something every once in a while that's got a little taste to it, But like I say, guys, I went from 323 now down to around 295. Haven't weighed myself recently. I should have when I was at the hospital today. I did some physical therapy there, which is really great, because as minimal as the therapy is, it still allows them to it allows your muscles to get use out of it. It'll tell you to lift your leg or hold your leg here or something you think is, how's this possibly going to help? But you can feel the exact muscles that they want to hit, stretching. So it's pretty good. And it's stuff that I probably wouldn't stretch in a normal day. It takes those exercises to do that, like a warm-up. But like I say, I keep saying like I say. But anyway, I will keep you guys updated on the progress. And then hopefully within, I'm going to say 3 months, I'll be back down to 200 pounds and stuff. And that's going to make it easy when I go back to the Philippines, because, when I went the first time, I wasn't so heavy that I was bleeding over the other seat, like when you're in an airplane. But you know, I was heavy enough where it was a tight fit in there, you know, and I believe it or not, the whole 20-hour flight over there, I might have got up to pee twice, and the only reason is I didn't want to disturb the other people to have to move around, and so I could slide out. And lucky thing is, on the last one, I flew on Qatar Airlines, and they were like elitists, man. Every one of their airline, what do they call them nowadays? Flight attendants. They were just like knockout gorgeous. They could have been models. And you know, one of the cool things too is about being a little fluffy and having a little weight on you, is there was an Asian girl sitting beside me, and we're flying, you know, and she just felt so comfortable with me that she just planted her head, you know, on my shoulder and went to sleep in the plane. And I thought, well, you know, that's kind of cool, you know. And then when she got up, it was one of the times I went to the bathroom, there was a guy sitting beside her, and I thought they were husband and wife, you know. And I asked her, I said, hey, is there any way you can tap your husband and let him know I need to get through there? And she goes, oh, that's not my husband. She goes, oh, no. And then I could tell she wanted to do it, but she was real nervous and shy. And I told her, oh, no. I said, I'll go ahead and do that. I said, I didn't know it wasn't your husband. I said, I thought you guys were a couple. And she said, no, and stuff. But kind of got off the track of my weight loss to the airplane and all that. But you know, I think I'll start making videos again on the Philippines, but it's going to be no negative stuff. You know, it's going to be the good times I had there. And there'll be I'll stand off of any negativity, because there was very little when I went there. You know, very little. Just a little argument about swimming, and both arguments, believe it or not, were about swimming in different places, but they were minor. Nothing big, nothing like I had to face for 3 years. But I'll do that, because I do have a lot of good memories over there, you know. But as a matter of fact, I'll shut this video down and I'll make another one, you know, on the Philippines. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, keeping up with what's going on. If you have any comments, make them in the comment section. You know, if you like it, like it. If you want to subscribe, that'd be great. But thanks for watching, guys. Peace out. Have a